Hello, folks. Welcome back to the judgiest place on the internet. My name is Josh.
My name is Rick.
And my name is Christian.
And we are the Judgies.
Oh, the Judgies.
Back, and here we are. How's everybody doing today?
Hey, great.
Later than ever, can I say that?
TGIF.
Sorry, we were putting
TGIM.
together Olson's swing set from his birthday party.
Wow, Rich.
My grandpa and my dad paid for half of it.
Rich.
Okay.
It was real rich. Seeing the joy on my child's face,
I'm
Josh.
just a little peeved because I went over and found out you guys have a trampoline.
A tiny baby trampoline
Yeah.
for my tiny baby child.
6 feet.
I reported it to the IRS, and you guys are about to have your properties reassessed.
Okay, well, that was also a gift from Christian's parents. So.
Doesn't mean that you're not rich about it then.
Okay.
Can I say that?
You cannot, actually.
Do we know what the trampoline's weight rated for? Can I get a couple bounces in, I guess?
You can try.
I-
We have another one.
Can I double bounce that fucker?
Your kid? Your child?
Christian's,
I plead the fifth.
Christian's dad put the trampoline together like ahead of time and was going to put it in the back of his truck and bring it over. It fucking flew out the back and broke.
The trampoline?
Yeah. One of the poles broke and then the net like that goes around it broke. I mean, this is like a little,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Who needs the safety net? Not my kid.
Little for rich people. Pretty big for a pretty poor family, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they bought another one.
Oh,
My-
really?
Yeah.
My mom,
Really rich, actually.
my mom, the absolute boomer that she is, calls Amazon customer service and is like, "Oh, we have a broken part. Can I buy just this part?" And they're like, "No, but we can ship you out a new one." And she's like, "No, it's fine. I broke it. Don't
We
worry
broke
about
it."
it. I'll buy a new one." It's like, Ma,
Just lie. Just
what
lie.
are you doing?
No, literally, that part should have. It came broken.
Damaged in transit.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell them which transit.
Yeah, one of the transits, actually.
Sweet baby Marsha.
They say that just jumping on a trampoline is like some of the best exercise you can do.
I have
believe
also
it.
seen that. And have you jumped on a trampoline since being an adult?
Yeah.
It,
I'm rich. Did I?
Wow.
Is that not apparent? Takes one to know one.
huh.
Have you noticed the springs, the floors have felt a little bit springier?
I
You
did,
installed
but
trampolines under the floors? Holy shit.
And on the ceiling,
we're
so if
playing
you bounce it
slam
right.
ball
Double
and the shit.
bounce.
I'm like Donkey Kong Country up in this bit.
Oh, I was thinking Crash Bandicoot.
Same thing, really.
Same concept.
Well, one's a donkey and one's a bandicoot. So
One of them's a Kong and one of them crashes everywhere. Anyway, what about bouncing on a trampoline?
wait, isn't Donkey Kong not a donkey?
Correct. He is a.
Kong.
Yeah.
Why is he
I
called
don't-
Donkey Kong?
It's, I think it's a translation from Japanese type thing.
Is his name Donkey?
No, it's something to do with because he was originally in Jumpman, the original Donkey Kong was like Mario going up and saving the princess. You know what I'm talking about? And that was Jumpman.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was Donkey Kong, but it was just translation error. I'm pretty sure, or it wasn't an error. It was an intentional Americanization of it. To be
The
fair.
monkey.
It's not the monkey. What were you saying about trampolines?
When you jump on them as an adult, it fucks you up. You realize every single joint should not move like this. Your body shouldn't have that much force just being applied to it at all times.
Yeah,
It makes you feel very old and out of shape.
yeah. Did you guys ever have the small ones?
No.
My grandma had like an exercise trampoline.
Is this your rich grandma?
No. She got it at a garage sale.
I feel like my parents did the same thing. We got like a random exercise. We had one in our fucking rec room because we were rich for like 3 years. And it was sick as hell just to be bouncing on that thing.
Hey, I've heard the same feedback.
I love bouncing on that
That's
thing.
what I'm saying. Hi, Judgies in Aurora. I'm Scout, and I sent this to P.O. Box 58, Ottawa, Illinois, 61350, and my pronouns are she, they.
Hi, Scout.
Hello.
Been really enjoying the pod, and I wanted to send some goodies. The bracelets are allegedly everyone's favorite colors.
Oh, did you email me about this? Because email me. Oh my God. Ooh.
Mine's blue. Aurora's was purple.
And mine's green. Oh, and there because it's yellow.
Oh yes, mine's yellow.
But I got that intel from Josh in the Discord server.
Oh, okay. Because somebody else emailed or Instagram messaged me about it.
So if I got
colors.
any wrong, blame him. The braids are super long, so you can re-knot and tie them to whatever length you'd like. Enjoy, Scout. And
Can I
then
wear it
they
as a
also sent
anklet?
some stickers that say Palestinian Sunbinds dancing Dobki. Yeehaw spin on Kofi. Oh, on coffee. Yeehaw Pim, sorry, is the artist or the sticker artist here. And the other one is the Noel Shack. It's my favorite song by the B-52s. Thank you, Scout. You love
Thank
to see it. And
you.
Eric, if you look to your left, there's a piece of the mail on your left.
That's called pre-production.
I hate it when you already open it because then I think it's just already done for.
Well, no, I clean up our mess every episode afterwards, actually.
Please use my name. Had to use the gout.
Government name?
Oh, Jesus. I had to use the government name on the grad announcement, but it is Kate. Thank you guys for getting me through the last 2.5 years of college and making my Mondays full of giggles and tangents. Erica is my fave, obvi, but Christian and Josh get some of my love too. Hugs and pisses, Kate. P.S. I'll be sure to ABPing while I'm in Costa Rica studying medical Spanish this summer.
Whoa.
Fun. And
medical Spanish?
yes, Kate graduated from University of Arizona with a very cool arm
I
sleeve.
was going to say, cool tattoos.
Got a bachelor in health sciences, physiology, and medical sciences. Very cool.
What is medical Spanish?
Don't look in.
Like,
don't
is it
look-
just you're learning Spanish words that they use in medicine?
That makes sense. It seems like there would be a great need for that.
Sure.
Especially in
What do you mean, sure?
the US.
That was
Absolutely is what you meant.
rural areas. We could definitely use one here.
Oh, yeah.
anything else? Any other tip for tats, chits or chats?
You're a piece of shit.
Well, we don't just call me a piece of shit and Christian and Erica rich on this podcast. We also podcast on this podcast. What that entails is us going online and finding silly little stories. And I got a smorgasbord. Can I say that?
A frickin' smorgasbord?
Yeah.
Rich.
A real
I got him.
a real big smorgasbord of just random stories, really. There's no rhyme or reason.
Okay.
There's more than one listener submitted story, so there's a lot going on. Thoughts on that?
Sounds good.
We're going to hit you with a frickin' curveball right off the bat. This one's from, they say don't read it on the podcast. Screw you then, made up name.
What
Devlin.
the- That's a good made up name.
Especially because there was some details and they were in there. This was a Tumblr submission from the one, the only Blake. That's right, the editor for the Hash on YT channel. They say, hi, it's Blake, blah, 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 blah. Love the show, blah, blah, blah. Keep up the work, blah, blah, blah.
Does it actually say that?
Yep.
It's on brand for Blake.
Am I the buttface for naming my daughter after a cicada without telling my wife it's meeting?
A cicada?
Yeah.
So their name is just Cicada?
No. They named
Okay.
him after a cicada.
So did you
What's
have
the
a cicada
cicada's
that
name?
you named?
Yeah, they named a cicada first, and then
Right.
they named the baby.
Yeah, what was the cicada's name?
I, 32 male, am an entomologist.
Ooh, I love name science or bug science, honestly.
And my wife, 30 female, and I recently had our first child, a beautiful baby girl.
You're who?
A beautiful baby girl.
No, you know what I'm saying. You're who?
I,
My beautiful baby girl.
my wife, you see, he got divorced.
No.
Sacha Baron Cohen
Sacha
did.
Baron Cohen and Amy Adams.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That was, huh?
Is it Amy Adams?
It could have been one of the other girls that look
Isla
exactly
Fisher?
right. And it could have
It's
been
Isla Fisher, I'm pretty sure.
And it's probably, yeah, because she's British, right? Yeah, that makes more sense. During my wife's pregnancy, we were debating names for our daughter. My wife loved the name Moana,
Okay.
but I was worried she might get teased because of the movie.
Yeah.
One day I suggested the name Maua, which sounds similar, but is unique.
Maua.
It's spelled M-A-U-A if I'm pronouncing it correctly. My wife immediately fell in love with it. She thought it was a beautiful, exotic name and was excited to tell everyone. I don't think this is just straight up cultural appropriation at this point, right?
It
Yeah,
feels a little bit like it.
I don't know if you should be presumably white people and being like, I love how exotic sounding this name is.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Exotic is such a dog whistle, I feel like.
Yeah.
I didn't mention that Mawa is actually the name of a genus of cicadas. I thought it was a lovely name and kept the origin to myself, thinking it was a harmless secret. So our daughter was born and we named her Mawa. Everything was perfect until my wife stumbled upon my entomology notes a few weeks later. She saw the name Mawa listed under cicadas and put 2 and 2 together.
You absolute fool.
His wife's a mathematician. She confronted me, heartbroken and furious that I hadn't been honest with her. She felt betrayed that I had let her fall in love with a name without telling her its true origin. She said I had taken advantage of her trust and that she would have never agreed to the name if she had known the truth. Now she feels like our daughter's name is a joke and it has caused a huge rift between us. I tried to explain that Mawa is a municipality in Brazil and that it has other associations besides cicadas. But she said she doesn't care. All she can think about now is her little daughter being named after a bug. And she can't stop associating the name with cicadas. So am I the butt face?
I mean, you probably should have said something.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I do think the original problem here was Moana.
Yeah.
You can't first do cultural appropriation and then also do a Disney princess name.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You were setting your kid up to be a little freak.
This is how. So I was pronouncing it as if I guess it was like a Pacific Island name.
Okay.
But if it is Brazilian, this is what we got from
Moana.
from Google.
Maua.
Oh,
hey,
it was pretty close.
Maua. They split up into 3 syllables here, but hey, I'll take it. I just feel icky about the whole thing.
Yeah.
First off, bugs.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, okay.
First off, second off, third off, Kristoff, fourth off, Frozen. You should have named it Giselle.
Okay.
Not Giselle.
Elsa?
Elsa. I was thinking of Tom Brady's wife. Ex-wife, actually.
You fool.
What's Adina?
Adina Menzel.
Menzel.
The wickedly talented Adele Dazeem.
Yeah, she's the voice of Elsa.
Correct.
Yeah.
And Aphibama. Is that the name?
Is that from Wicked?
Yeah. Elphedra.
Elfina?
No, that one's wrong.
Pseudoephedrine?
Bad, witch, wicked. Type that properly. Ephelba. Did I already say that?
No.
Elphaba.
Okay.
Is that better?
No.
Is it funnier now?
No.
Elphaba Throp?
No.
Thrope, probably,
No.
actually. Anything else?
No.
Anything, Erica?
No.
I'm fine with the name. I don't think it matters that it comes from bugs. It sucks that you were directly studying that bug when you gave the name.
I'm going to hanker a guess, if I'm allowed. The thing is, with anything scientific, it's named after one of 2 things. Well, 3 things.
The place it was found.
Place it was found, the scientist's last name,
Yep.
or just a random cultural reference. So I'm hankering a guess that this was found in Maua, Brazil. And so, like, it didn't fucking come from the cicada, actually.
Yeah.
It came from the culture that presides in Brazil, where you don't preside.
Yeah.
And it feels weird to steal the...
Presumably.
Presumably.
Yeah.
I mean, if they lived in Brazil, I guess Brazil's massive. But, like, I doubt the conversation would need to have been had that was like, oh, it's actually a municipality in Brazil. Because it seems like it's a pretty big municipality, actually.
I got to tell you, we're saying the word municipality.
Yeah.
No idea what that means. I need an etymologist. What's the word mean?
Municipality is just like a city.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Why are we making up fake fucking words for it?
When I Googled Maua, it says municipality in Brazil. What do you want me to do? It's got two freaking 500,000 people there.
Wow. Wait. 500,000? What?
So $1 million?
No, 502,000.
Okay.
500,002, sorry.
Listen.
It's crazy that they got down that specific.
They got to get rid of those 2 people so it can be an even number.
Yeah.
Interesting. This next... What's up?
I was just going to say, get on to that.
This next story, folks. It's from the one, the only Janelle. Hey, Judgies.
Hi,
Hey.
Janelle.
Here's a Reddit find that gave me a hearty chuckle. Keep being the best podcast out there. High praise. Maybe not this episode. I haven't found a new one in...
Fuck up, Josh. Shut the fuck up, Josh. Shut the fuck up.
I haven't found a new one in so long because nothing matches the Judgies standard.
Okay.
Really?
We love to hear that, actually.
Thanks for all the bits and lore and good times. Here's to 4 more years and then call it quits, Janelle.
What?
Yeah.
Did they really put that?
No, of course not.
I was like, come on.
They said call it quits right now. 4 years was too many.
No.
Today I fricked up by pulling my boyfriend's weenie.
Okay.
This is not satire. I wish it was. Let me start with that.
I feel like I might have read this one. Go on.
My partner is staying at my house for the week while my parents are away. We're doing the typical boyfriend-girlfriend stuff. Sleeping together, sex, cuddling, kissing, showering together, etc.
Whoa.
My
They must
boyf-
really like each other.
Yeah.
Living on the edge, really.
Not anymore. They're living together. They were on the edge before they started staying together.
Well, I assume they're coming, so I don't think they're edging anymore either.
Yeah, they broke edge.
Okay. Fair enough, really.
My boyfriend takes significantly longer showers than I do. Now this is interesting that I just said 500,000 because this person writes he spends between 20 minutes and an hour.
Okay.
It's funny that I mentioned numbers before because this person wrote in numbers here.
I typically spend 10 to 20 minutes in. I just don't get why the syntax changed in between those two things. They wrote 20 mins and an hour, and then they wrote 10-20.
Huh. I agreed with you on that one, though.
We had a shower a few days ago, and I left to get dried, giving him some alone time. He likes to spend some time by himself to meditate. Little did I know his meditation today was merely time for him to plot.
To plot? Is he a fucking villain? Are you dating a villain?
Plot somebody's destruction or what?
Once I heard the water go off, I went to give him a towel and admire his naked body inside of the hot water mist. Naturally, I got curious. While he was air drying, waiting for me to hand him a towel, I went up to him and played with his ding-dong. I was just hitting it off my hand while he was drying his hair. It was limp, so it was hitting off my hand quite easily and felt good against my palm. You know those door stoppers that people play with? That was the way I was hitting it.
We just installed one in the hallway. Ilson's been fucking with it constantly.
I don't like the idea of someone's batting my ding dong like a doorstop, if I'm being quite honest and frank here.
Yeah.
While I do think the imagery is very funny, and I can picture the sound, I don't think I would personally like that.
Back and forth, up and down. Not sexually, just curious about the male body as an assigned female at birth. At one point, he said to me, "Squeeze it and pull it."
Whoa.
Thinking this was the beginning of some sort of after shower sex, I did. That was my mistake.
He did the classic prank.
After my gentle grip had wrapped around his pee-pee and I tugged it a little, I heard him rip the fattest, juiciest, earth-breaking fart I'd ever heard in my whole life. His little trick was the equivalent to the pull my finger trick, but with a bit more spice.
It's a naked fart.
He was laughing his head off while I retracted myself in disgust. I left the bathroom raging at his stupid prank while the smell of the fart lingered behind me.
Did you have to let it linger?
I was just thinking that too.
That's hilarious.
It's unfortunate that you did it so early on because you're never going to top it.
Yeah.
That's a one-of-one joke.
Yep.
Although, no, it's sort of like Narnia, this joke, because you can't do it again until they forget that it happened. And it's so hard to intentionally get them to forget that it happened.
Yeah.
Because every time you go to the wardrobe, you're like, oh yeah, there was a whole fucking pocket dimension in there. So she has to secretly stumble back onto pulling your weenie, and it's...
I was going to say, it's going to be a hard setup again. You definitely can't call it out. I feel like it's got to be...
Yeah.
It's got to be an unrequested weenie pull, and then you do it. I'm like, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Them's the rules. I just feel like that was a real gamble. Like, what if he tried to push it out of fire and he just shat?
Yeah. I mean, in the shower, I guess. It's if you're gonna do it, it's one of the best places to do it.
I guess.
That's very true.
I just think it was risky.
Well, here's the thing, Ricky. I don't think every fart you have should be a risky fart.
Also, it might have been funnier if he just pulled it and just shit himself.
I mean, for us, yes, that would have been funnier.
Yeah.
Did I tell you that? So I take Colace, which is like a stool softener, because your girl has constipation
Hard
issues.
stool.
We ran the numbers, and we need to bump them numbers up.
Yeah. So I ran out the other day, and I normally get like the Target brand while I was at Walmart, or vice versa. I can't remember. And I got a different brand. Didn't really pay any attention to it. Whatever.
My brand.
Colby's.
I was taking 3 every day of the old brand.
Okay.
And so I put 3 of the new brand in, thinking it would be fine.
Naturally.
I didn't notice that this new brand was also with a laxative.
Oh.
So I only needed to take 1, and I
Sure.
took 3.
Yeah.
And every single fart was
For how long?
a dangerous one for like 3 days.
Wow. That's a nightmare for Christian.
Yeah.
It was quite scary. I would literally just go in to like go pee, and I was also on my period. So the
The
girlies,
trifecta.
dude.
The trifecta. Stars
period-
aligned.
Period poops are already terrible.
Yeah.
But the girl, you get it. But when you pull your tampon out, you kind of bear down a little bit, so that way it like helps push the tampon out.
Okay.
Okay. Every single time it was a poop. Every time, and it was devastating. Every time I was just surprised by I gotta poop.
Funny story today that's related is I took Molly on a walk around 2ish, and she clearly had to poop, and she like got scared when she was about to. So we make it to the end of the block, and she did the fastest shit I've ever seen a dog do, to a point to where she got surprised, I think, because
Whoa.
she squatted down and then shit out like
A log.
an 8-inch log, and then immediately got up. It was like literally under a second, just squatted, and it was a solid. It wasn't liquid. It wasn't like a bad one. And I looked at her while she did it, because I was getting the bag ready, and I looked at her and she looked surprised. She's like, huh? And then she like, I feel like she didn't realize it, because then she almost stepped in it, which she never does. So maybe she got some cool.
She tried a new
Maybe.
speedrun strat.
It was a crazy speedrun strap. Anything else about your shit?
Oh, I'm back to normal now. Now that I've actually read the bottle, it's not just Colace. It's Colace with laxative.
Yeah.
So your girl's only taking 1 now.
Do we wonder what it would do to me if I tried one?
No.
No, I think it would. I think it would just continue to be the same for you. Only slightly.
You don't think it would bump my numbers up at all?
Stream idea, Christian.
See how long?
You and I both drink milk of magnesia,
Though this is a totally
How long
different
until we
beast
can
here.
shit?
and then whoever shits first loses.
Brother, I'm sorry to tell you, you're going to win. I got low constitution when it comes to my...
Immediate con save fail.
Oh, I'll tell you later. It's not pod worthy.
Hi, Judgies.
Hello.
Oh.
My name is Soraya.
Hello, Soraya.
Okay.
Thank you.
What's up, sis?
Nice. Spell Soraya. You'll never get it right.
Sariah.
No.
No.
Ceraya.
Zero chance I was going to get that.
Yeah, no.
Soraya. I've been listening to the podcast for about 2 years now, but I took a long break from watching any YouTube because I was so insane in the membrane for a second there.
Fair enough.
Just a little glimpse into her dark and twisted, fucked up world.
Okay.
I picked up watching again and saw the episode where you guys mentioned the Jesus Christ guy from the meme / video, and I just knew I had to tell you this little tidbit.
I can't say Jesus Christ any other way.
Oh,
I
why
know I
would you?
just did it, but like,
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
I started working at Chipotle after moving cities. A week into me being there, this man comes in decked out in full bling, and just about every area of his clothes, accessories, you named it, was the words Jesus Christ. I thought, Jesus Christ, this guy is nuts. Until my grow cook behind me goes, oh my God, are you the Jesus Christ guy?
No way.
I have no clue what's going on and assume this man is a famous local crazy person who everyone knows since this is a small town. The man starts yelling, Jesus Christ, over and over again, and I'm just standing there baffled with a ladle of beans and my jaw on the floor. Who I assume was his girlfriend just keeps ordering her food while this man is literally putting on a whole show next to her as loud as he can, and my grow cook is loving it.
I would have loved it.
Do you think he gets extra scoops?
You better. Unfortunately, you better.
I'm just trying to continue doing my job and work through the confusion. They finish ordering and take it all to go, but not before my coworker catches a picture with him. After they left, I was like, what just happened? And my coworker showed me his original video, and then it registered in my head that I had witnessed firsthand someone who got famous over one line and made it their whole personality. Anyways, that's it. I definitely have stories that are crazier that took place in that hell of a job. So let me know if those would be of any interest to you. PPPP.
I do want to hear all the Chipotle stories.
You also need to message that old coworker and send us the picture.
Oh, for sure.
So we can cross-examine, cross-reference.
Interesting.
A lot of Chipotle stories on this podcast. Can I say that?
Well,
I mean, how many have we had? At least 2? 3?
That's more than the average Reddit podcast, I feel like.
It's got to be. I mean, I get it. There's a lot of drama happening at the Chipotle.
Yeah. Well, I mean, have you seen the video of the new CEO talking about how small the portions are compared to the old CEO?
Yeah, well, and he is just like, record them, make them feel bad.
The old, I think it was the original founder, was literally I want to give you too much food. And it was the idea of somebody a ethical businessman where he's like, I want to give you too much food. I want you to leave here and be like, holy fucking shit. How can they afford that? And then the new guy's like, yeah, just fucking record my workers and harass them to give you more. It's better marketing for us.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
I wish we had the first guy back. Because Chipotle has kind of gone off. They've gone downhill. And they're footing on the brake. They're going downhill fast.
I agree. I mean, I've never really been the biggest fan of Chipotle. Can I say that?
I liked in our town before they had a new manager or whatever, it used to be good. There used to be a hot guy that worked there all the time. And when he was there, shit was good. And now he's not there anymore and shit's bad.
I was never even that big of a fan when it was in its heyday.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why?
Too expensive, really. I could just go
That
to
is fair.
it was when I was in Naperville in schools. I could just go to
a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, Los Burritos Tapatios and go get their burrito.
Half
that
the
was
price.
the same price, but twice as big and better. Can I
no,
say
for
that?
sure.
Hey, let's see you on the other side of this break then.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
You're trying to make me look like a fool on my own podcast, you son of a bitch.
This is on the break, I thought.
Thank God.
Canonically. And welcome back to the side of the podcast where we open up with a little thing.
Circle Jerdge. What the hell? It's the Circle Jerdge.
And that's where we Jerdge around this circle, folks. And boy, I'm so glad I prepared this one for this episode because we need some freaking positivity in our lives.
Yeah, I'm glad. Thank God.
This has been a Debbie Downer episode.
Oh, I didn't think it was
A little
that
Debbie
bad.
Downer.
Sorry.
Okay.
A little sad oatmeal cream pie.
I guess I.
Oh my God. Speaking of, I'm
Oatmeal
not
cream
fucking
pies?
kidding you. When we were at Walmart, maybe a week or two ago, there was
Rich.
a little Debbie oatmeal cream pie, but it was it was actually it might have been Little Debbie. It might have just been an off-brand oatmeal cream pie cookie, but it was branded or marketed as a birthday cake cream pie. So it's like the birthday cake flavor.
Was the birthday cake flavor in like the cream?
I couldn't tell you. I was dying laughing because it said birthday cream pie. And I was fucking losing my mind. Like, there's no way that made it through fucking so many layers of like teams and decisions to have it say fucking plastered birthday, very small print cake, cream pie. This is very fun.
I wish for it every year. I blow out my candles and go, birthday cream pie.
This is a Circle Jerdge I'm calling the little things.
Ooh.
Okay.
These are just little things that every time I do them or maybe see them or something, I think, huh, that's crazy that it works like that. And just maybe they deserve a little bit more appreciation.
I like this a lot, dude.
Yeah. First one, getting a stain out of a shirt.
Oh my God. Yes.
I had Taco Bell
Yeah.
today, and I had bit off a little bit more than I could chew, and a little bit of the bean squirted on my white shirt.
Okay.
And I was about to go into PetSmart, so I made a fucking fool of myself.
All the dogs are trying to sniff me. They want to get off me.
But I got home and put soap on it, and then just sort of rubbed the two shirt sides together, and then rinsed it out. And I'm just like, huh, crazy. Why the fuck did I ever have stains on my shirt as a kid, Mom and Dad? It feels pretty fucking easy to get rid of them.
Some stains are actually very difficult.
Like?
So, I don't know.
Spaghetti.
Grease. Spaghetti
Grease
stains.
Grease is
fucking everything.
impossible to get out.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the little things. You ever just like get like spaghetti? I know. I'd actually immediately take this back. I've gotten spaghetti sauce on like white shirts, and I was like, "Don't worry, I'll just like get it." I'm just like, "Oh, that's beautiful." It's just like I have a perfectly white shirt again.
I don't know how she does it. That's impressive.
You have to get soap on it right away.
It's true. I did see like a TikTok or something that you're supposed to put like cornstarch on like oil stains, like
Or
on
like a
shirts and
baking
stuff.
soda, baking powder situation as well.
And supposedly that helps a lot.
It absorbs the oil.
Interesting. Taking headache medicine 5 hours into having a headache. And you're just like, it's a marvel of modern medicine and science, really. You're like, crazy how this works.
You two are probably the most stubborn people I know about taking headache medicine.
Yeah.
I just rarely ever get headaches, and they're usually not that bad.
You get them so much more frequent than me, and you refuse it every single time. And if I even feel a headache coming on, I'm like, let me take about 8 ibuprofens.
Whatever sticks in the mouth.
But I am a very big, like, I'm not going to take medicine for that. I'm a very big, not going to take medicine for that.
Except headaches.
Except for headaches.
For me with headaches, I get them a lot. But for me, it's like if I'm in the kitchen where we keep our medicine. Fuck, is that too much information to share? If I'm in whatever room we keep our medicine in.
Whatever room we keep our medicine and cooking.
Well, I cook in the studio.
Well, yeah.
He actually has a cooking channel, and we just don't know it.
That's right. Binging with Hosh. Whenever if I'm in the kitchen, I'll take it. But if I'm never in the kitchen, which I'm not in the kitchen all the time, obviously, then I'll just like go like hours before I finally like need to go to the kitchen, get something to drink, and I'll be like, oh, I'll take some migraine medicine. Oh my God, I feel amazing. Why didn't I just do this?
Yeah. Idiot.
Next thing, not being hungover after being a little drunk.
Woo!
And
Baby!
you're just like, oh yeah, like you just get a little buzz, you get perfectly right there, and then you wake up the next morning, you're like rejuvenated almost.
Yeah, it's rare.
Yeah,
I'll let you know
especially
that
as
much.
we get older.
I was just about to say that.
But boy, it makes you appreciate it, huh?
It sucks that it really does depend on the drinks for me. Certain drinks really, it takes a single PBR hangover.
Yeah.
And it sucks. I like PBRs. I like the price point of a PBR.
As you wear an old style hat.
I also like the price point of old style, and I will drink it whenever it's available. And I will have a hangover after 2 old styles.
Taking a walk without looking at your phone or listening to anything.
Dude,
It's
hard.
Ralph Waldo Emerson might have been onto some shit.
Yeah.
You're just like, sometimes I'm so stimulated all the time. Sometimes I'll just put my phone in my pocket because I can't be without it.
Yeah.
And just walk and just, boy, it's beautiful sometimes, you know?
Yeah. It's nice when you go on a walk at like the right time and you just hear like bird calls going on.
Yeah.
for a minute, I really was like, I think I'm gonna get into bird calls. I got 2 TikToks about it.
Oh,
And I was like, I think I'm gonna get into bird calls pretty heavy this summer. And then guess who hasn't?
Oh, thank God.
What's wrong with that?
I hate birds.
But don't you think it'd be nice to be walking and you go, oh, that's a blue-titted sparrow?
No, because it would be a blue-breasted.
I'm talking about a blue tit.
Christian
Yeah, but it's
installs
not a
realistic
sparrow,
boobs
so-
mobs on boobs mod. I don't know on the.
I put them on the birds.
Okay.
These damn chemicals are giving the birds boobs.
And they're blue. Hey, I blew my boobs. Can I say that?
Oh my God.
Have you see
Been there, brother.
you see Steve-O's trying to get a boob job? Mm-hmm. What's up with that?
What's that mean? He's trying to get boobs?
Yeah, but I mean it's Steve-O, so I can't imagine it's coming from like a good or real place.
I don't know. He seems like he's a better man.
Is it because he got a dog? Is it
No.
because he saved the dog?
Wasn't that like years ago?
And you still bring it up?
I've never brought up the dog.
You just brought it up.
When?
You said he seems like a better man.
I didn't bring up the dog, though.
That's what you meant.
No, it's not.
Name one thing he's done that made him seem like a good guy. Without
Started a
saying the dog.
podcast and got a dog.
Next one, listening to Chapel Roan.
Oh, yeah.
Love her.
I mean, you listen, you're like, boy, music can be fun. you
Yes,
know?
that's really what it is.
It's like, it just brings you back to a time when people had fun making music.
It is fun music.
It didn't have to be a whole slog and a grind.
Unfortunately, I do like music that's a slog and a grind.
You like Tool.
I do.
Is that a slog and a grind? Like, what's an example of music that is?
It's like hard to listen to. It's like, it's active listening is what it is.
Yep.
Whereas-
And I do. I love both spectrums of music. I like a real arty piece of music.
Yeah.
I'm a stinky Fia boy. Are we gonna go see Fontaine's DC? We'll talk about this after podcast.
No, because it's the same weekend as I can't say what I'm doing that weekend because it is a surprise for
Because it is a slur.
what? No,
You said you
it's a
said the
surprise.
assonate. Sorry, you jumped.
I'm gonna be saying a slur that day. I can't go to the show. No, I'm going to a different show, but you guys are going to see
A comedian.
a comedian in Chicago that weekend. It's the same weekend. And the last one here, ordering a diet soda, but then you get the full strength one and you're like, oh God, it's so good.
I've never had
Can't
this
relate to
experience.
that.
Anytime I've only had the opposite experience, honestly, where I order a full strength soda and I get a diet one and go, oh, it's so bad.
I mean, I've been drinking diet soda for so long now that like if we get like drinks for a party or something, and so we'll inevitably have, leftover like cans of soda or whatever, I can't drink a can of soda. It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too fucking much. But for some reason,
Coward.
if I go to Taco Bell and there's about a 70% clip that they give me the right drink, and that other 20% is they don't have Baja Blast Zero, so I have to get
Baja Blast.
Diet Pepsi. But then that other 10%, they somehow either give me full strength Baja Blast or full strength Pepsi somehow. And every time I get that, if it's in the cup, I'm just drinking that whole thing. But if it's in a can, I'm like, if I'm at home,
I
can't do it.
agree. I agree. And unfortunately, I hate to admit this. The small cans of soda, they're the right fucking size.
Like the mini.
8 ounces.
Yeah, it pisses me off. I don't even think they're fucking 8 ounces anymore. I think they're 7 ounces now. There's
7 ounces.
They're shrinkflating my fucking already shrunken can. Guess what? Same price point. I shouldn't be paying $1 less for a 12-pack of fucking 7-ounce cans versus a 12-pack of 12-ounce cans.
You're paying for the packaging.
It pisses me off, but they are the right size. Because a full can it's always like the last quarter or like 20% is like, I don't really want this.
I agree. Plus, they're so cute. They're little itty-bitty.
And they make me feel like a big man
Your hands just look ginormous.
all the time, right?
Yes, but especially when you're holding a mini can.
Thank you.
And that was the little thing.
The little things. I liked it a lot.
Beautiful.
Not just trying to be a little more positive.
It really is hard to go on walks with your own thoughts. It's hard. I had a raw dog Walmart.
I was just about to say that.
Normally, if I go shopping, I'm with Aurora. But if I'm going by myself, I always bring a headphone. And the last time I raw dogged Walmart, I was in and out in about 4 minutes. I could not take it.
I think, guys,
That's pretty common when you're raw dogging.
True. That's right. Well, 4 minutes is pretty long, actually.
yeah. Yeah, no, I think I might be an empath because I was walking through Walmart. I'm just like, oh, I didn't have headphones. I was like, I can feel everybody's frustration.
Yeah.
Like everybody's pissed at each other. I'm like,
Yeah.
I think I'm an empath. It's not me being frustrated. It's everybody else being frustrated.
This
Yeah.
falls in the Walmart door checker, receipt checkers, or ACAB, including ACAB. But a couple weeks ago, we were buying a bunch of stuff, and I missed one of the items in our cart. So I put it was like just like a
Missed.
pear. Like we bought it, like we paid for it, and it was just one item. But the receipt was like the length of a normal item, and the receipt checker was checking receipts that day. And so we had 3 receipts, one from the stuff Aurora purchased, one that I purchased. And then we had this one receipt with one item on it. We had this fucking massive cart full of shit. And I was like, Aurora, if she checks our receipt, give her the receipt that just has the one item on it and keep walking. And because we're white, we didn't get our receipt checked. But all you listeners out there, this is not legal advice, but go and purchase an entire cart full of things. Leave like one thing off of it. Purchase that on a separate ticket. And then just hand it to that. I want to see what happens. I want stories of you having a cart full of shit and just handing him a receipt that says like bag of ice. And then you just go.
I do like that you're harassing retail workers, Josh, you piece of shit.
They're just doing their job, Joshua.
They are a cab.
In what point of that story did I imply that I think they're human?
You made me lose my train of thought. I had a question for you, but never mind.
I think the question was, can we get that next story?
No, we
Can we
will
get
do
that
a
next
listener
sound?
submitted sound.
Ah, yes.
This one was sent in from Simon. Hey, judges, you can say my name, Simon. Here's
Hi,
my listener
Simon.
submitted sound. It's from Rick's soundboard episode, and I made it into a song.
Oh, boy.
Read the rest of this after the sound. This is one of my favorite sounds of all time.
Cool.
I hated it.
So that was my take. That was Take on Me by Aha and Iron Man by Black Sabbath.
No, no,
It kind
wasn't.
of sucked. I mean, it really sucked.
Yeah.
But I've wanted to do that for like 3 months, so I had to get it out. Anywho, whoop-de-woo, this, that, and the turd. Keep doing what you're pooing. And also, I love you guys equally, but I love Christian more equally because he's funny. Love Simon, pisses, jizzes, kisses, and carrots.
Oh, my goodness.
So I'm going to play it again. The first one is Aha by Take On Me. Don't listen to the cools. Just listen to the part of
Okay.
it, okay?
No.
Yeah.
Not as good. Now, the next one is Iron Man by Black Sabbath. Listen for it. You can really get in the...
Yeah. I thought it was like a Zelda song for a second on the
Sure.
first run.
That's me trying to play an ocarina as a
Yeah.
9-year-old, thinking, hey, if Link can do it, so can I. Thank you, Simon.
Thank you.
Thank
Simon.
you. It was something.
Cool.
You have a cousin who I used to be in a youth group with, and he had an ocarina, and he knew how to play it. And I remember thinking, hey, learning how to play an ocarina would be cool. And then I saw him play it, and I was like, what a fucking loser. I never need to play that fucking instrument. A hollowed out potato? No thanks.
Did you ever play an instrument?
Not well.
Like in band?
No.
You didn't do a year band?
No. I got an electric bass guitar for my birthday one year.
Oh, rich.
Really? And you didn't pick it up?
I picked it up.
It's a good one. Too bad you guys could have been in a band.
Who?
You and Christian.
What instrument? What
What do I bring to a band?
we would be?
Stage presence.
Thank you.
Fuck. You would be best boy.
Thank you.
Should I keep going?
Yeah.
his voice.
Okay.
Oh.
Midwest emo.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to be on beat
Yeah.
Right.
or sound good.
It's more about the vibes.
And what did I say already? Stage presence,
Stage presence, yeah.
voice, and good looks,
Sure. And I would bring...
personality.
Thank you.
No.
Oh.
I'm still talking about.
Yeah.
I'm still talking about
You
Christian.
would bring the rhythm, the
The bass
ideas,
guitar,
the
yeah.
instruments, the...
You would write the songs, do all the work.
Yeah.
You know, Christian just
Reaps as I sow.
yeah.
Okay.
And then
More
I
like
reap what he sows because
Yeah.
he does the work.
50%.
I feel
Yeah.
like I could pull off a real spider look. Is that the guy from School of Rock?
Yeah.
I could pull off a real spider
I would love
look.
it.
Yeah. If you lived in a city, you could.
I do feel that way every time I go to a city.
If Christian lived in a city, he'd be so hot.
I'd be so fucking hot. I'd weigh 215 and I'd be fucking shredded.
15. This is a listener submitted story, which always comes after listener submitted sound. If you want to send either of those, it's judgiespod@gmail.com. Get it right, folks. It's in the description. You know how many emails we get to that email spelled incorrectly? I don't know because we don't
I
get
was
them.
get bounced
just
back.
about to ask.
Mailer Damon keeps sending back to them. And I'm not talking about the Targaryen. Hello, howdy, and how's it going, my dudes? You can say my name. It's Faye.
Hi, Faye.
Hello.
I literally just remembered this while listening to your podcast, and boy, howdy, did I both cringe and laugh. So we set the scene. I came out as non-binary about 2 years ago. I have a very weird sexual appetite. 6 months obsessed with sex, 6 months completely asexual. Thanks, bipolar. During this time, I was hypersexual and on Grindr to find a little some on the down low. So on this day, I was browsing Grindr. What's Grindr?
I think
How do you guys know?
I think you put salt in it and then you
Fuck.
that's
I
how
don't
you get
know.
the salt out.
I
I
prematurely.
know it's
grinding
big
it.
at the RNC.
Very true. Very true. I prematurely accused you of knowing the app.
Oh, there's an app.
Have you seen is that Jimmy Kimmel who says that? I can't remember who he was talking to, but someone's like, so I was on Grindr and they're like, you know what Grindr is? And he's like, yeah. And they're just like, how do you know, Jimmy Kimmel? What's up with that, bud? So on this day, I was browsing Grindr. If you don't know, it's a gay dating app.
Is Grindr only for gay men or is it for gay women as well?
I think it's for everyone.
Man.
I'm pretty sure it's for everyone.
Okay.
I think it's just
Asking for a friend.
I'm 90% sure it's Tinder, but for like queer people.
Okay.
Because all Tinder and Grindr pretty much is like, let's meet up and have sex.
Yeah.
They're the more sex having apps as opposed to your Hinges or your Bumbles or your
Plenty of
date
fish.
right stuff. Yeah.
Date right stuff.
The conservative dating app.
It's called Date Right Stuff.
The guy who makes the TikToks
Or
and he's
Date
like,
Right.
so you mean to tell me? And then he says some extremely bigoted shit. Interesting. And then he eats a scoop of his gay little ice cream. You know what I'm talking about?
I
No.
know who you're talking about. I didn't know he had an app.
That whole TikTok account is him
Plugging
like,
an
promoting. Yeah.
I just know he's a real piece of shit, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna get a position the Trump.
He previously held a
Is
position
that what it was?
in Trump's office. Yeah.
And his whole thing is like, yeah, no, I'll look whatever boot you want me to look at. You want me to fire anybody?
Yeah.
I'll fire him.
So anyway, back to Faye. Is that okay?
That's okay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm sorry.
What else do they say?
It's a loose episode today.
So on this day, I was browsing Grindr, which we have established as a dating app
Right. Not a salt grinder. Got it.
or a weed grinder, allegedly. And I got a message from a pretty hot dude asking to come over and do the dirty.
Okay.
I gave him my address, and he came over about an hour later. We started making out on the couch for a while before he asked, "Do you have a bed?"
No,
shit.
dude. No, I don't.
And I was like, "Yeah." So we go to my bedroom.
Okay,
I end up
weird
choking him.
question.
What's up?
Okay, weird question.
You end up what?
So we go to my bedroom. I end up choking him while he jerks the dong, and he got off pretty quickly.
Okay.
Must have been jerking raw dog in it. We laid in bed for a few moments before I turned to him and tell him where the bathroom is so we can clean up. Ladies, gents, and non-binary pals, he looks me dead in the eye and says, "Nah, that's okay. I rubbed it all in."
Rubbed it all into what? His skin? Like, was he just putting on lotion? Like, what?
The rush and variety of emotions that immediately hit me caused me to burst out laughing right in his face. He got pretty pissed at that point and left, not even stopping to put on his shoes.
That's crazy.
Did he leave the shoes behind?
It's like Trump, let me get my shoes. Anywho, I thought you guys would be as disgusted and amused as I was. Have a perfect day, my
I
sweet
just feel like
babies.
I've got so many questions.
Yes, Faye, please. More questions answered, please.
It's got to just be rubbed into his skin. I mean, it's got to be good for your skin, right?
I don't know.
There's all those like myths that like coming on someone's face is good for facial
It's
acne.
good for your skin. It's going to whiten your teeth.
But that I think the thing is like when you get cum on your face, you then wash your face afterwards, and that's kind of what's doing most of the heavy lifting.
That makes sense.
Typically.
That sucks to hear.
Yeah.
I've been cum on my face for years, and it's, I don't know, it sucks to hear that that's not what fixed my
That's
acne.
not what's been doing it, bud. You can
Yeah.
stop that part.
You could actually start washing your face, buddy. That
You know
would
what?
actually help a lot.
Come on half your face.
Ooh, run an experiment.
Yeah. We'll have a control group and a cum troll group.
Okay.
And we'll just blindfold you so it's a double blind.
There you go. I'll jerk you off. That way you don't even know which side you're coming on.
Okay.
And I'll also come, but I won't tell you if I'm coming on you or off you.
Okay.
And I'll write down all this in my little journal, diary,
Which is it?
research notebook.
Okay.
And then
Ooh.
we'll let you know the results in 6 to 20 years.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's hope we can find the funding for this.
We got to get it peer reviewed.
Oh, now you're turning into a whole cuck thing. It's This is another listener story.
What is a
folks.
peer review other than a cucking?
It's really just scientific cuckolding.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a listener submitted story again. Love bombed by insane man.
Oh. Okay. Let's hear it.
I've only read the last paragraph of this, and it's such a funny last paragraph. I'm really hoping, Matilde, that it's a good story. My name is Matilde. I'm from Josh's motherland, Portugal. He should definitely visit.
You should definitely
Judgies trip
visit.
to Portugal.
Lisbon? I've never been Lisbon.
We have.
I've been listening to the
To the
podcast
airport.
for 3 years, and you guys keep me sane in a world full of insane men who keep pissing me off.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, here's a story that just happened to me that you guys might enjoy. So I started talking to this guy about 2 months ago, and from the beginning, he's been pretty insane, but in a somewhat charming way. Just a lot of yapping and revealing embarrassing and extremely personal stories after knowing him for only a week. He just kept telling me how obsessed he was with me, complimenting me all the time on looks and personality, saying how much he liked me and shit. Keep in mind, we live in different countries, originally both from Portugal, but we have both moved out. So he was telling me all these things before we ever even met in person. Also being very sexual and saying things like, when we fuck, I will, etc.
Damn. Damn, baby. I can't wait to fucking etc. tonight.
Oh my God.
When I see your lips, ellipses. So Mans was confident. To give you more of an idea, hope you're not on your period because ...
Ew.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if that was Christian. Can you give me something?
I don't know how a semicolon works in a sentence, but damn, the things I'm gonna be doing to your semicolon tonight.
Wait, what?
Also, do you have anything to clean up with afterwards?
I'm gonna make you.
I hate all of this.
Exclamation point. We're not even doing the bit anymore. We're just saying.
The words.
Anywho. So this man's was confident. To give you more of an idea of this man's insanity level, after 2 weeks of talking, he told me sometimes he still used the N-word accidentally. And I was like, yeah, no, bye, and stopped talking to him. He then made me a sculpture of a character from my favorite movie. It was going to ask my best friend for my address to send it to me. He would also tell me that he dreamt about me all the time, including sex dreams. That he would also daydream about me all the time. He also told me many insane stories from his life, like a time he filled a shampoo bottle with his cum and gave it to his friend, who then proceeded to use his cum as shampoo because he had a lot of acne on his scalp.
It's good. It's good for your skin. It's good for your skin and your hair.
Now, you might be thinking, why the fuck did I keep talking to this man? That's a great question.
Yeah, I would love to know.
Well, the answer is mainly boredom and loneliness from living in a foreign country. But he was also very sweet and understanding at times, and I did like the attention, I won't lie.
That's fair.
After the whole N-word incident, he ended up sending me a super heartfelt message about regretting using the word, and like an idiot, I fell for it and thought he was actually quite self-aware.
He said he does it accidentally. I don't think a self-aware person's accidentally saying the word.
Yeah, because like, I mean, obviously you don't have the full context, but like, is it like you're singing along to a song and you forget, you haven't quite worked it out of your lexicon yet?
Yeah.
Or is it sometimes you call someone a slur?
Yeah, you have a real PewDiePie bridge moment.
Yeah, because like that's pretty fucked up, man. We kept talking and growing closer, and he seemed to just be very silly and not harmful, and I actually started liking him. We had multiple conversations about the whole long-distance thing, and after that love bombing, he was saying that he wasn't sure he wanted a long-distance relationship.
He's trying to move in. Don't let him.
So I was like, okay, I'm also not sure what I want, so let's just keep our options open. He proceeded to have sex with another girl and tell me about it.
Oh.
Parentheses, honest king.
Well,
No.
there's that.
You're falling for it.
I think that's a joke.
Okay.
Okay.
He isn't honest king, though. He then implied it was my fault that he did that because I was the one who said to keep our options open, and that he actually didn't even like that I said that, even though he immediately took advantage of it.
Yeah.
So basically, he was just a little shit in the end, and I guess it's my fault for assuming the man who constantly told me he was obsessed with me and liked me so much actually meant those things. This is the last paragraph. I'll finish off this email with a list of more insane things he did or said, and will also try to defend myself by saying that this was all extremely entertaining and like a car wreck I couldn't look away from. Number 1, he had a video of himself fucking an orange on his Instagram.
What?
How do you get that on? How do you
What's the tag? What's the at? Is that what you're asking?
No, I'm asking how you don't get banned, but also, yeah, I guess drop the handle.
Is this like a grapefruit tutorial situation?
But with an orange? Why do I feel like an orange is worse? I guess they're both citrus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, an orange seems more painful than a grapefruit.
An orange is smaller than a grapefruit.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you know what I'm working with, Erica. Number 2, he once messaged me, not gonna lie, I'm so hyped to see your pussy.
Did you sleep with this man? Did she sleep with him?
I don't believe so. Number 3, the reason why I read this is just because of the line, not gonna lie, I'm so hyped to see your pussy. It's so fucking funny. I'm gonna frag out so hard when I see your box. Number 3, sent me like a 10-minute audio message describing his jerk off routine. So I get the orange, right?
Yeah. I guess I don't think I could talk 10 minutes about my jerk off routine. I guess there's not enough detail there to fill that time.
Your JOI would be jerk it.
Yeah.
Finished. Repeat step 1 until completed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Number 4, had a video of himself playing piano with his dick on his Instagram.
How? Not how is he doing it? How is his social media still active? Because like,
And where?
Yeah, and what's the tag? That way we can't see it.
I need to block this man. I don't want to accidentally stumble across it.
yeah, that's how I feel.
I just want to
Genuinely
know
though,
if he was able to play the major chord where you like spread your pinky and your thumb.
He was just playing chopsticks.
Even that's kind of impressive.
He was doing the intro to Runaway by Kanye West, actually.
That seems very believable.
That's a lot more easy to play with your penis on a piano.
Well, he's getting his balls involved, so he is playing major chords, okay?
The balls were on the foot pedals. No, it wasn't even a piano. It was the cat piano from Bob's Burgers.
Meow.
Number 5 and last one. He once passed out from blue balls.
Hey, I'm sorry to tell you this. He lied to you. He lied to you.
Have we talked about that? Have we talked about blue balls before? Is it real?
It's real.
Okay.
It's real, but people use it in a way that's not real.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely a real thing, and people with higher testosterone, so like definitely like teenagers will experience it more. But
is that what it is? Because I was like, I haven't had blue balls in a long time.
yeah, but it's real. But like the way that dudes use it.
You're welcome.
Well, even like I don't know. I feel like even when I was a teenager, like we were still fornicating enough.
So why did you have to say it like that?
Well, because I don't want to talk about it.
You just made it so much more awkward by saying fornicating. It's weird.
I don't know what you want me to do about this. I can't take it back. But I feel like I could still get blue balls, and I would, it'd be a miserable time.
Yeah.
But now it's like you could tease me and or whatever, and I'd be turned on. And then it's like I'm not gonna have blue balls anymore.
Yeah.
Did I grow out of it? Is it a testosterone related thing? If I make it big as a podcast and I start taking TRT,
Yeah.
am I gonna start getting blue balls again?
Testosterone replacement treatment
Yeah.
therapy. Okay.
I'm getting on that Joe Rogan fucking gear.
Big nipples, wide jaw.
I'm trying
blue
to get.
balls.
I'm trying to get a Zac Efron jaw.
Well, his was different.
Yeah.
It's also from.
I forget about
It's
that.
also from TRT, and I feel like we're just letting. He also is doing hormone therapy.
Yeah, I do feel like he has the great out of being like, no, I was in an accident. I had to get jaw surgery, but it's also like, oh, what about the rest of your body,
Yeah,
bud?
he very clearly is on, which is fine. But yeah, this last one is a Reddit story, but it was sent in from Finn. Hi, Judges videos on the podcast. You can say my name. It's Finn.
Hello, Finn.
I've been listening since Finning really
Boo. Boo.
Since 2020 Finn.
Boo.
And I've finsed into every episode at least 5 times. And I'm not joking. My all-time favorite Judgy is Christian.
What the?
Mine too.
Spelt wrong.
That's kind of crazy. 'cause
Left out the H. It's literally the world's second largest religion.
Yeah, probably.
Third, maybe? Who knows? I found this story and it's got my blood boiling. It's long, but it's worth it. Hope you guys. From r/am I overreacting? Am I overreacting for getting upset that my wife had another man in the delivery room?
Wait, like
The doctor?
the nurse?
Ooh.
Woke. Not woke.
The anesthesiologist?
Not woke again.
The janitor?
Not woke again.
Midwife?
Woke. Very woke of you. Last month, my...
The baby?
Woke. Last month, my 28 male wife, 25 female, called me in a frenzy telling me that her water broke and that she was going into labor. This was incredibly shocking to both of us because she was still early on in the pregnancy. Ooh. The problem with this is that I was already on the road, about 30 minutes away, tending to my mother, who had just called me to tell me that she was in an accident.
Oh.
Real
I
Sophie's
pooped my
choice.
pants.
No, a car accident.
Fuck.
She shit herself and then she hit a car. I told my wife to call an ambulance because I would not be turning around to drive her to the hospital and witness her birth. She yelled, cursed, cried, and screamed at me through the phone while I tried to calm her by telling her to call my sister if she didn't want to call an ambulance, since my sister only lived 20 minutes away.
Can't your sister come to your mother's aid? And you go to your wife's aid?
That would have solved this issue, but apparently he didn't think of that.
After this, she went silent and hung up, and I didn't hear from her for about an hour and a half. I checked my phone for the first time since getting to my mother, and my sister sent me a video of my wife actively giving birth while holding her male friend's hand the way women squeeze their husband hands for comfort during labor.
Well, you had that opportunity and didn't go for it, so...
My sister immediately followed up the video with a text that said, "When are you going to get here?" I ignored this text and asked her if she's the one who drove my wife to the hospital, and she responded no. I asked her who did, and she informed me that it was my wife's male friend, who only lives 10 minutes away,
That makes sense.
who drove her and was getting his hand squeezed by my wife. I ended up just asking my sister for the full story while I drove my mother back to her home since everything was sorted with the accident.
So your mother wasn't even she wasn't even injured. She was just in a car accident and needed a ride home?
Yeah.
And you missed the birth of your child for that.
Not yet. That's
Okay.
that's the fun part. Long story short, instead of calling my sister or an ambulance, my wife called her male friend that I've always unliked, but never
Unliked.
But I've never. I don't think this person is English first language.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
It's not written super great. I've always disliked.
Okay, better.
My wife called a male friend that I've always disliked, but I've never told my wife about this. I told my sister to get on FaceTime with me, but not to make it obvious to anyone else in the room, and I would stay silent on the other end. During the call, I saw my wife's friend rubbing her back, wiping her tears, comforting her when she screamed and cried, etc. I couldn't bear the sight, and I ended the FaceTime and told my sister to inform my wife that I would be at the hospital the next day after work whenever she got out of labor.
No.
So he definitely could have made the birth. Because at this point, the baby's not born. He's only 30 minutes away.
I'll see you after work tomorrow.
Oh my God.
My sister called 2 hours later to tell me she left the hospital and that my wife would be staying the night. The next day, around 3 to 4 p.m., when I went over to the hospital to see my wife and newborn son, she was not trying to hide her saltiness from anyone in the room.
Nor should she.
Why? Yeah, why would she?
That included mostly my family and some of hers. When I asked her why she was acting this way, she rolled her eyes and told me to leave her the fuck alone in front of everyone. Later,
Good.
when I
Good
tried
for
to,
you, babe.
Later, when I tried to hold my son, she snatched him from my hands. In this hospital, visiting hours ended at 8, but all the guests, excluding me, left by 6. When we were alone, I finally got the chance to have a conversation with her about why she's being so salty on a memorable day that should have been filled with love and joy. She responded by getting angry and mumbling something about my audacity to miss her birth and be surprised that she's angry. I'm not proud of this, but in response, I called her a cheater for inviting another man into the delivery room in place of her husband.
What?
This spiraled into a short, full-blown argument between us that eventually ended with a NICU nurse coming back with the baby. It's been a month since then, and my wife only refers to our son as her son and her baby, etc. I've tried to get closer to her by sitting down and trying to have a deep conversation about our family's future, and she flat out told me that she was never having another child with me after what happened, which deeply hurt me.
Your actions deeply hurt her.
You're a bad person.
Last week, I heard my wife on the phone talking about who would be the godfathers and godmothers to our son. She told whoever was on the other end that she would be choosing the male friend as godfather because, quote, he was there for me when my name couldn't care less. This post is all over the place, but let me know if I overreacted in the argument when I saw her in the delivery room after she gave birth, or if anyone knows how to fix my marriage and family.
Brother.
I don't think there's fixing that.
Brother, how are you like... How did you have a full 24 hours and you're like, I'll see you tomorrow, come on.
Well, there was a guy in the room.
I don't...
And everybody knows that a delivery process is extremely sexual.
Yeah.
And so it was cheating on her.
It's fucking hot.
Yeah.
She's naked in there, basically.
He rubbed her back as a friend would. At it. I didn't know the accident with my mother was minor until I arrived. And everyone suggesting that we get a divorce doesn't know the meaning and dedication of marriage and family. If you have questions, please message me. Insane fucking at it. Just to be like, no, I will not. I imagine they are in a place where divorce is not easy to come by.
Yeah.
A la maybe Texas. But, whoo!
What a piece of shit.
What a bad guy. I mean, what a bad wife for cheating on him.
No.
On the day that his son's being born.
I wish I could even goof about it, but he's such a bad guy. I can't even goof about how bad he is.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And you know what? The funny part is in our Instagram comments, he needs to get a paternity test.
Yeah.
He needs to get a paternity test to see if that male friend's actually the father.
I honestly, for her sake, I hope he is. I hope he is.
What a fucking shit show.
I just
remind you guys of anybody's relationship?
Is there something going on with you and Aurora?
Son being born.
Oh.
That happened this week 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. And you weren't there.
I was there.
He was there the whole time.
On her left side.
No, he was on my right side.
Mirrored.
I was on the wrong side because Erica's mom had to hold her
left leg.
Completely paralyzed leg up.
Yeah, it was, all the way dead.
Wow.
Sucked.
The miracle
The epidural got to her.
Yeah, the epidural was something. Fentanyl's crazy.
Like, yeah, it almost makes you realize how people got addicted to that shit. Huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Is that what you say when Christian takes his boxers off?
Oh, those are nuts, yeah.
Pretty nuts, yeah. Does Christian have pretty balls?
Thoughts?
Are they beautiful?
Yeah.
That sounds...
I really need your honest opinion.
It's a nutsack. Wow.
This is crazy. I
Insane.
thought you loved me.
I do love you.
Wow.
And it's just a nutsack.
It's not beautiful or audacious or spacious.
I have bodacious balls, babe.
Yes, you do.
Thank you.
And they're not blue at all. I make my husband come.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And that's beautiful.
Oh my
Thanks for
God.
listening, folks. The great part about our podcast, though, is that we have a whole other hour of content over on patreon.com/judgiespod.
Weekly bonus episode.
We are getting close to 3,000 patrons.
That's crazy.
We did say at 3,000 patrons that Erica would tackle me.
That's going to be awesome.
However, Patreon randomly added, like, you can be a patron for free.
I've noticed
They
that.
just randomly added a free tier to our shit, and we never did it. And I don't know how to turn it off. You don't get anything for being free. I've checked. Like, if you become a free patron of ours,
It's just like a follower.
yeah, but like you can't, like, you see our posts, but they're locked. Like, you can't access the content. Sometimes I'll make an announcement on Patreon, but I also make that announcement on Instagram whenever I do for our live streams or whatever. So if we take out the free members, we're not close to 3,000.
Oh, really?
So what do we do about this?
Huh. How far?
You know what? It sounds like you
2,000 away.
It sounds like you just don't want to be tackled.
Do you want to know how far away we are without the free patrons?
It's going to hurt my feelings. Well, I looked the other day, like, I downloaded Patreon on my phone, and it was like, check your follower status or whatever, and it's like, gives you, like, who followed you this month versus who, like, stopped following you. And I was just like, there's just 100 people that stopped following us for $0. And I was like, what's going on here?
We have 2,825 wonderful, amazing patrons. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
2,185?
2,825 total patrons.
Okay, so we're like 200 shy.
Yep. And we have 1,987 paid members. So 900 of them.
1,000 of them?
Yeah,
Wow.
about 900 of them are not.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So I think if we get to 3,000 total members, we'll be over 2,000 paid members.
I do still
Erica can
appreciate you
tackle
guys
me.
coming and following us on Patreon.
I will have to, I will have to teach you how to tackle.
Okay.
However, I think we could probably just go to a local track and do it onto the high jump thing.
Okay.
And if we do it fast enough, nobody can stop us.
Yeah.
But yeah, all that stuff is
It's public,
Uh-huh.
and they can't arrest us.
Well, I don't think it's public.
The track is.
It's going to be freaking assault and battery what my wife does to you.
Oh my God.
And where else can they find us, Richard?
You can find us on the internet. Wherever you guys are at, we're probably there too. And our handle is at JudgiesPod. That's JudgiesPod. That's JUDGIESPOD.
Thanks for listening, folks.
Thanks.
Sorry about the negative vibes.
Oh, I'm not.
Oh, was that negative vibes? We
Yeah.
all hit the kiss on B? Is that negative
I feel like
vibes?
that's a first for me, if I'm being honest.
Are you being
Getting
honest?
the kiss on B or
Yeah.
negative vibes?
Both.
The world may never know. But the
The
judges love you.
judges love you.
Bye.